What's going on, everyone? My name is Ravi Abuvala, founder of ScalingWithSystems.com, and I have bootstrapped both of my companies to multiple seven figures, as well as hundreds of my clients' companies to multi 6, 7, and even 8 figures with $0 up front. Now, anytime I'm talking to someone about starting a business, the number one objection I always hear is, well, I don't have enough money to start a business. In this video, I'm going to show you why that is a flat out lie and the exact steps you need to take in order to start your own business with no money up front. To be honest with you, if you know anything about venture-backed firms or some of these large SaaS companies, or anytime you're involving investors, there's a lot of things that can go wrong when you take somebody else's money or when you put too much of your own money up front. Your goals and missions and your investors' goals and missions may not align down the road. You also might use all this extra money and cash you have laying around to invest it into things that don't actually return a direct ROI. You might create an incredibly large team on something that you have no real backing around, or you don't have a product market fit yet, simply because you have the cash to do so. And finally, you will not create a machine where you have to put $1 in to get $4 out. Instead, you'll be comfortable putting hundreds of thousands of dollars in, or even tens of thousands or even thousands of dollars in, not even knowing when you're getting the money out because, well, you have the cash. So instead, even now, when I start a new company, I like to put $0 into it so that I make sure that every action and move we take is based around getting profitable as fast as humanly possible. If you want to do this yourself, there's really only 3 things you need to follow. Number 1, you need to make sure that you have a product market fit. Now, a product market fit essentially means that whatever you're creating, selling, or offering, other people want to buy. Now, if this is your first business ever, I really recommend a service-based business because you're pretty much exchanging your time for money. And if you don't have a lot of money, then you usually have a lot of time, and it'll also be a really great learning experience without requiring a whole lot of stuff for you up front to start it. So in order to decide what kind of product or service you're doing, you need to be going to the marketplace and asking people, hey, what problems do you have? So think about industries that you like to work in, you would like to work in, and go up to those people in those industries and say, what are some issues or concerns that you have? What are some things that you tried to pay somebody in the past, but they have not successfully solved for you? Some of the biggest problems that I've found when I've gone out and asked friends, family, and other people in industries I want to work with that they have usually center around things like lead generation or sales funnels or digital marketing or hiring and recruiting and training new sales reps or virtual assistants. So I've actually created entire companies around these problems and then came right back to those same people and sold them the solution to the problem they told me. Now, it's important that you don't actually create or build something or learn how to do something until you know for sure that you can sell it. So that means that once someone tells you that what their biggest problem is that they'd be willing to pay for, well, then you ask them to pay for it and then you're going to solve it yourself. Now, before everyone just jumps in the comment section below and say that I'm lying to people, you should obviously understand that this should be something that you know that you could eventually deliver on if you invested your time and energy into it. We live in an insane information age where you can pretty much find the solution to almost everything you want out on the internet. So say someone tells you they have a problem with lead generation, well, you could easily either A, Google it or YouTube it to figure it out, or B, find somebody else who's already doing it and pay them to learn how to do it, or pay them to just do it for you. Now, once you have identified a need in the marketplace, they've paid you for that need in the marketplace, and then you've delivered that thing that you told them that you would deliver on, then you have your second step in order to scale a wildly profitable company with zero upfront capital, and that is to gather social proof. Now, in today's crazy and noisy world where you're hit with literally tens of thousands of brands every single day, there's only a few ways you can really stand out from your competition. And in my opinion, the number one way is using social proof in order to show people that you're an authority and you're trustworthy. I'll put on the screen right above me here, you can see our ScalingWithSystems.com/reviews. We literally have hundreds and hundreds of video testimonials and thousands of screenshots and case studies of our current clients showing our new prospective clients that we know what we're talking about and we can deliver when we make these huge claims. So how do you get social proof? Well, remember those same people that you just solved this problem for? You just go to them and say, hey, did this work? Yes or no? Yes. Awesome. Can you shoot me a quick 2-minute video testimonial saying exactly what you learned from it, how valuable it was for you, how much money you made for it, and what would you say to somebody else thinking of working for me? It's insane to me when I hear people say, oh, my clients are too busy to shoot me a testimonial, or they don't want to be seen on video, but they've never actually asked any of their clients to do it. I've learned more times than not when I tell somebody, hey, do you mind shooting us a testimonial? And we really did deliver on the things that I said that we would deliver on. And I tell them that, hey, we're going to be putting hundreds of thousands of dollars behind these ads, so you're going to be pretty much a celebrity in your industry by just shooting us a video testimonial. Almost every single time time, they have no problem shooting us one. So at this point, we've leveraged our friends and family personal network or some people that we know in order to figure out the product market fit. We then learn how to deliver that issue or problem that they need solutions for, and we deliver it for them. We then get a case study, a video testimonial, a screenshot, something that shows that we know what we're doing, that we delivered it for that person. And now it's time to turn on the machine, or where we start doing outbound prospecting. Now, I know a lot of people just love to rush into advertising at this point, but advertising is a little tricky, and you can spend a lot of money not getting any results on this. If you have no upfront capital, even though you might be making a little bit of money at the very beginning, now that you've learned this new skill or service, what we need to do first is make sure we nail down the messaging and your funnels and your sales script by just doing outbound prospecting, which really costs you $0. So you go to places like email or Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn, and you start sending messages to people that are similar to the person that you delivered that first product or service to, and you say, hey, look, I can do this for you. Here's the proof that I've already done it before. Would you like to jump on a call? If you don't have the time to do this, you can also hire a virtual assistant like we give our clients for just a few dollars an hour, and they can send hundreds or thousands of these messages every single day. At some point, you'll have your calendar so full and you'll be ready to hire a sales rep, and then at that point, you've transferred over the sales cycle to him or her, and now you can actually start really scaling by adding in the paid ads. So just to recap really quickly, if you're trying to start a business from scratch with $0 up front, you need to do three things. Number one, you need to find a product market fit by asking the people that you think you want to work with what their problems are, figure out if you can solve that problem for them, and then charge them to solve that problem for them. Number two, you need to collect as many case studies, testimonials, or results that you can from the people that you asked in the beginning to see if those are product market fit once you delivered those for them, in order to cut through the noise of the marketplace and show that you're the authority in your industry. And number three, you need to really start hitting the gas by adding in outbound prospecting, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn or email. You can do it yourself or have a virtual assistant do it, so you have thousands of messages going out every single day saying, hey, I can solve this problem. Here's these case studies that proves that I know what I'm talking about. Then at that point, you can pretty much throw ads on, and you can really douse some gasoline on that fire and scale yourself to the moon. Now, you know the three things you need to do in order to start a business with zero upfront capital, but do you know specifically how to approach people and charge them for something before you've even figured out how to do it yourself? Or do you know where to find a virtual assistant, or what your messaging should look like, or even what kind of channel should you use in order to start generating and filling up your pipeline or calendar? I have literally just created a brand spanking new training in the past 3 days where I walk through all of those things, including how we've created a cash machine for our business that spits out those clients that are ready to buy every 6.5 days. You can get access to this brand new training on how to create a machine for your company in the link in the description below. And as always, if you've gotten a lot of value out of this video, please do me a favor and give it a thumbs up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and comment down below any questions you have about starting your first business. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the comments.